Once in a tranquil village nestled at the base of misty mountains, there lived a young boy named Kenji. Kenji was known for his eagerness to learn but also for his troubling tendency to forget things quickly. Desperate to overcome this challenge, Kenji sought the guidance of the wise Zen master, Hiroshi. One sunny morning, Kenji approached Master Hiroshi's monastery. Bowing deeply, he asked, "Master Hiroshi, I want to learn and remember like you, but I forget so easily. What can I do?" Hiroshi smiled kindly and said, "Come, Kenji. Let us take a walk." The first lesson, the leaky bucket. As they walked through the gardens, Hiroshi handed Kenji a bucket with a small hole at the bottom. "Fill this bucket with water from the river," instructed Hiroshi. Kenji did as he was told, but by the time he returned, most of the water had leaked out. Frustrated, Kenji said, "Master, the water keeps leaking out. I can't bring a full bucket." Hiroshi nodded. "This bucket is like your mind, Kenji. To learn and remember, you must first patch the holes. Focus on one thing at a time and give it your full attention." The second lesson, the bamboo grove. They continued their walk and reached a bamboo grove. Hiroshi pointed to the tall, sturdy bamboo and said, "Bamboo grows slowly, but it grows strong because it builds a deep root system first. Your mind, too, needs a strong foundation. Practice what you learn consistently, and it will take root in your memory." The third lesson, the singing birds. As they walked further, they heard birds singing melodiously. Hiroshi asked, "Can you remember the song of the birds?" Kenji listened carefully and nodded. "Yes, Master, I can." Hiroshi smiled. Just as you remember the bird's song by paying close attention and listening with your heart, you must learn to engage all your senses when you study. Visualize, listen, and practice actively to make your learning memorable. The fourth lesson, the empty cup. Returning to the monastery, Hiroshi poured tea for Kenji, filling his cup to the brim until it overflowed. "Master, the cup is too full," exclaimed Kenji. Hiroshi stopped and said, "Like this cup, if your mind is too cluttered with distractions, it cannot hold new knowledge. Clear your mind of unnecessary thoughts and focus on what is important. Create a space for learning." The fifth lesson, the flowing river. Finally, Hiroshi took Kenji to a flowing river. "Observe the river, Kenji. It flows continuously, never stopping, always moving forward." Kenji watched the river and nodded. Hiroshi continued, "Your learning should be like this river. Keep learning and reviewing what you know, continuously. Repetition is the key to retaining knowledge. Practice daily and do not be discouraged by what you forget, but be motivated by what you remember." With newfound understanding, Kenji bowed deeply and said, "Thank you, Master Hiroshi. I will follow your guidance and practice these lessons." Hiroshi smiled warmly. Remember, Kenji, learning is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself and persistent in your efforts. Over time, you will find that what you learn stays with you, just as the river flows continuously. Grateful and determined, Kenji returned home, ready to apply the wisdom he had received. The story teaches us that to remember things better, we need to focus, practice regularly, use all our senses, clear our minds, and keep learning. By concentrating on one task at a time, we avoid distractions and can remember more. Practicing every day helps us remember what we've learned, just like bamboo grows strong roots slowly. Using all our senses when we learn makes it easier to remember. Clearing our minds of distractions makes room for new knowledge. Finally, being patient and continuing to learn and review what we know helps us remember things for a long time.